Hey guys, what's going on? Icon here, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I am going to revisit my pro tip of the day series. So in this series I give you little tips here and there about aiming, strafing, strafe jumping, things like that that aren't necessarily a full-fledged map strategy or is not an entire game of competitive Call of Duty. There are sometimes just some tips that I have for you guys that while I'm playing I'm thinking, you know what, I feel like my subscribers could really learn from that. So in today's video I'm going to talk about running to trying to reduce your visibility. So what in the heck does that mean? So I'm playing Blitz right now. I have the Blitz mat up and I do this all the time, and it usually saves me from dying. It usually gives me a cap or two. So what exactly does that mean? So let's say I'm approaching their goal from bottom Owens here. Now one way to run at the flag would just be here. I'm going to run through the bottom. I'm going to run through the bottom. I'm going to run over here and I'm going to slide in and cap the flag. However, if I run along this wall, if I'm not paying attention to how I'm running, if I'm running along this wall here, once I get to about right here, there's a bunch of places I can be killed from. I can be killed from back Owens, and once I get here, I can be killed all the way from back their spawn. So I'm not really protecting myself in terms of lines of sight and towards the enemy visibility. So how do we fix this? Instead of running like this, all it takes is something so simple. Move over to this wall, and now you'll notice the only area that I can get killed from is if there was somebody standing right here outside this door or in this corner. But of course I would see that guy if I was way back here. So instead of approaching the flag from way over here, where once I get right here, I can be killed from in this corner, out back, once I get a little bit closer, all the way back into their spawn. Once I get here, I can be killed. You can completely reduce the length of time in which you're visible by just sticking up against this wall, so that as soon as you hit here, you can pretty much already start your slide right here and you can score. And it's pretty much impossible if a person's already started their slide. It's pretty much impossible to stop them from scoring. Now you can usually get that kill, but stopping their slide or stopping the blitz cap is another. So let's go ahead and let's look at one other way that I use this. And again, I use it all the time. When I'm coming from the spawn, almost every map, whether it's domination, search and destroy, I use this all the time. But for one of my search defense strategies, and I'll just run through this real quick, we start here, and one of the strategies that I use is I go front Owens and I cross over to front white, and I come through this lane over here. So I'll run this way, and I'll come up here, and now this is what I want to talk about. If I run straight to the train right here, then there's the entire time, once I get right here to the train, if I just run straight to it, I can be killed from white door. Once I get a little bit closer, once I get right here, I can be killed from bottom white. Once I get a little bit closer, right here, I can be killed from anywhere on the map. So if I were to just kind of nonchalantly, not really paying much attention, just come up here and go ahead and run to white train, I am susceptible from being seen and thus being killed from a bunch of people in a bunch of areas. Now, the way that I like to approach this and the way that you should approach this just to reduce your visibility is you run up here, and once you get here, hug this wall. Now look, now this entire time, remember we were like way back there before. I had a chance of getting killed when I was way back there. Now I'm about 15-20 meters further ahead and I have zero chance of getting killed, all by simply reducing my visibility and running in a more direct and a smarter path to where I want to go. So for an example, we're getting here, we're clear, we're clear, we're clear, we're not going to get killed right here. So from right here to the train is the only place that I'm going to get killed. So 1, 2, maybe 2.5 seconds, because once I get to about right here, I'm not going to get killed anymore because I'm already going to be up in the train. So there's about 2.5 seconds there that I might die as I try to run over to front white. Now let's go look at that first way that we were talking about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was about 5.5 seconds. So if you're running to reduce your visibility, like how I suggested by hugging the wall, there's 2.5 seconds that I could possibly get killed. And even trying to get a kill in 2.5 seconds of visibility is very hard. You have to hit all of your shots. But in the old way, it was about 5.5, maybe 6 seconds that I could have been killed from bottom white. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end out this video. I hope that you really learned something in this video, and just whenever you're playing a map, whether it's a competitive map or a public match, just start using this. Start trying to, you know, reduce the chance of you being seen when you're just trying to get to a certain spot. And you're going to find out that you're actually going to save yourselves a lot of deaths. You're going to be able to put yourself in a better position as, you know, search rounds go forth, and, you know, a better position to cap a flag. And for an example, when I use this round, or when I use this strategy to get to front white, my main strategy for playing search is that I will come, and I'm just going to try not to catch this. Remember, I'm playing search defense. So my main strategy is I'll come up here and I'll watch white door. So once I do this for maybe 2 or 3 defenses, they start to realize, okay, this guy is going to be up here. So they might come over here and they might throw a nade up against this wall or something. Well, since they're going to be expecting me here, that's when I will do this search rush, where I'll come over here, I'll hug the wall, I'll make this, and then I'll either stay up here and I'll watch the door from here, from just, you know, a slight little viewpoint, and I'll go back and forth, or I'll hop down here real quick and I'll watch here, and I can watch the entire, I can cut the map in half, I can watch, you know, front white, front there blitz, all the way over. But that's kind of a search strategy. It's not too much related to the video. So with that, I'm going to end the video. This is trying to be a short and sweet pro tip of the day. So just remember, when you're running, try to, you know, hug walls, so on and so forth. You're going to save yourselves a lot of deaths. You're going to get a lot of blitz caps. You're going to get in better position in search and domination. And all in all, it's going to make you, it's just one of those things that's going to make you a better player. So with that, if you're new around here, please subscribe. I appreciate that the most. Like, favorite, comment. If you comment, I will be sure to get back to you. I love the interaction and talking with you guys. And with that, I'm out of here. I hope you guys all have a great day, a great night, wherever you may be in the world. With that, I'm out. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.